I'm a little bit nervous. I didn't feel nervous until I saw the wall of cliffs. I thought, oh yeah, right, I'll be jumping off that then, won't I?
I'm Lucy Cook, and I love freaks.
I am immune to cute.
I do whatever it takes to seek out the world's strangest creatures.
Ow!
In the wildest places. I'm on a mission to show you why nature's oddballs are truly the most amazing animals on Earth. Every year, 8 million tourists flock to South Africa to catch a glimpse of the animal world's superstars. The so-called Big Five.
But I don't see why they should get all the attention. So I'm here to seek out the ugly, the weird, and the overlooked. My very own odd five.
They're animals so bizarre that their strange looks and habits are getting them into trouble. Yet their freaky stories are rarely heard. Maybe that's because they've got some rather challenging personal habits. Like vultures that feast on dead and sometimes decomposing bodies.
That's half a cow. It's a little bit smelly as well, I should add.
But this gruesome diet is now killing some Cape vultures.
Look at the wingspan on that!
They're being accidentally poisoned. This couple takes in the victims and nurses them back to health.
Here we go. Dinner time.
Don't be alarmed if a whole bunch of vultures do come up to you. Okay. So they do bite. If the birds are going to grab you, the first thing they're going to do is your eyes.
So I have to wear sunglasses and a cap to protect my eyes from being pecked out. But other than that, apparently they're very friendly.
Carry on walking.
I love all the argy-bargy. Hissing and strutting and posturing.
Just careful, careful, careful.
Just had a finger. That is not for tea.
Ayla over there, her speciality is to go in and quickly grab the liver. She loves the liver.
Really? Just like Hannibal Lecter? It's pretty obvious now why they have a bald head. It's to keep them clean when they're eating.
Exactly.
Yeah. They're actually very clean.
They are, every time they eat, they go and bath afterwards.
They're a bunch of neat freaks, and they make life safer for everyone else.
There could be anthrax, botulism, all sorts of nasties in that carcass.
They don't get sick because they've got such an acidic stomach that their poo is a disinfectant. Theoretically, you could eat after a vulture's pooped on your hand. I'm not quite sure I'll do it.
You've got to practice what you preach. You can't go around telling everybody they can use vulture poo as disinfectant and not have tried it yourself.
That's a theory.
The bird's stomach acid counteracts natural poisons, but not man-made ones. And that's the problem for many of these birds.
A lot of farmers lace carcasses with poison in the hope of getting rid of problem animals like jackals or caracals or cheetahs. And vultures are the ones that end up locating the carcass.
Now, after 8 months of rehab, 2 lucky birds are ready to return to the wild.
We're going to go and try and catch a vulture.
We're after that bird right in the middle. On the
Okay.
top.
Yeah.
Now we'll have a good idea how he flies.
Here he
Check his
goes.
flying. His flying looks okay. So I'll walk towards this way. Lucy, if maybe you walk close to the perch.
Okay.
Well, he's quite a small guy. Do you want to try and grab him?
All right. From that way.
That's
okay.
it, yeah. And the most important part is not to let go of the head. That's the number one.
Number one, don't let go of the head.
They're very wriggly, so just...
Very wriggly. Okay, I've got hold of it. Wow, it is wriggly, isn't it?
Hold
Whoa,
higher.
it's so wriggly. Yeah.
Okay, hold higher.
You're going to hold it up against your chest.
I'm going to close him.
like that.
And
My
keep
hand's
his
quite
head-
small.
Keep his
so-
head away from your face.
Don't
at all
Okay,
times.
yeah.
get too close.
Okay, now you're going to hug him. So I'm going to pass him to you. You're going to kind of hug him.
Okay.
Okay, you okay there?
Yeah, just. Whoa, he's strong. Okay. Have vulture will travel.
Going to turn into the narrow tar road. You follow that all the way up.
We take our birds to a spot where they can join other Cape vultures in one of the last surviving colonies. These birds only live in southern Africa.
Let's give these birds their freedom then. Cool. Here you go. Time to go. There you go. Look, it's time to be free. This whole area, it's all for you again. I can't really believe it.
No. There we go.
Straight off and heading for home.
While many vultures nest in trees, Cape vultures are particular.
He's heading straight for the cliffs.
They only nest on high cliffs like these. And there's only one way I can see how they do it.
I'm a little bit nervous. I didn't feel nervous until I saw the wall of cliffs. I thought, oh yeah, right, I'll be jumping off that then, won't I?
Just about to jump off a cliff. What do you get me into?
That's Phil, my intrepid producer. Whoopa! Whoa! Oh my word! Oh my god! They're gone, and there's two vultures. What people know about vultures is that they're fantastically ugly, but what people don't really know is that they're the world's highest flying birds. And in fact, one vulture even crashed into a jet at 37,000 feet. I'm hoping we don't have to go that high. We won't be going that high, will we?
No, not today.
You promise? Okay.
Paragliding reveals how surprisingly curious and social the vultures are.
You can see the birds coming out and joining them already.
Oh, wow!
They get to know you and they actually enjoy flying with you, so they'll follow you around.
To sort of play with you.
Yeah.
Combination of nervousness and excitement, the likes of which I haven't had ever, I don't think.
All right, we're gonna go,
Okay.
and let's go. All right, and rotate.
Run.
Yeah. All right, well, how does that feel?
My knuckles are white. It's incredible though. And there are the vultures. Oh my word. Wow, they are all around us. And they do seem like they're hanging around with us, enjoying the ride. This is how you should see them to appreciate their beauty.
And their extraordinary skills.
So this is the perfect introduction to South Africa. South Africa is made up of all sorts of different micro-terrains, each with their own peculiar creatures.
These cliffs are one of those unique hotspots.
I can see right over the cliff where they're nesting now. It's 25% of the world's Cape vultures are nesting in these cliffs.
Vultures are paying a high price for their taste for dead flesh. And now, even their keen eyesight is getting them in trouble. A threat I want to know more about.
There's a big muti market here.
Muti is traditional medicine. And apparently, vultures are a popular ingredient.
There's everything here, actually. There's a lot of herbs and plants, and then just a lot of unidentifiable bits of animal. Oh, this was a big snake.
Python.
It's a python. Is that a cheetah or a leopard? Here you've got a whole baboon.
That's what.
You've got a lot of stuff, haven't you?
Yeah, there are lots of stuff. This is the wheels for the vulture.
That's a wing of a vulture.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay. What's your best stuff? What's your biggest seller?
Vulture brains.
People want vulture brains. That's the big seller, is it? Yeah.
How to use
And-
this one? You can make powder.
Yeah.
And then you can put here. And
Okay.
then you can smell.
It helps so you can see to the future, you can see what's coming, and they can give you this to open up your mind.
Dimmy was once a student of all this, and I've asked her to be my guide.
Also, it's good for gamblers.
Yeah, it's good for the lotto.
The lotto number.
Lotto number.
Right, okay. As if it wasn't bad enough that they got farmers poisoning them, they're also getting their brains sniffed in order to win the lotto.
The belief is that the traits of the animals transfer to the buyers.
The vulture's got amazing eyesight and makes you be able to sort of see into the future. So, Dimi, can you help me? Does he understand that the vultures are endangered and that there's not many vultures left?
Okay, ufungwazi ukuthi mhlambe ngevulture wangifana noma usala ngembuzi nge-A1.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's true. But it's a business.
Yeah. It worries him, but it's a business.
It's part of a tradition begun centuries ago, before other threats put these animals in so much danger.
There are clearly an awful lot of endangered species here. This is a scale of a pangolin. I love pangolins. Pangolin scale.
A pangolin scale is said to protect you from evil, wrapping you in armour like the animal itself. In 2011, at least 8,000 of these bizarre mammals were seized from black marketeers. Some of them want their scales, while others are after their meat. In China, it's considered an exotic delicacy. They may be the weirdest of the freaky five, and I'm not leaving Africa until I've seen one. Finding a pangolin is turning out to be a real challenge.
So I've been kidnapped by Louise Joubert. She's got my favourite animal, which is a pangolin, which is a funny little scaly anteater with a very, very long tongue and a very smelly bottom.
But Louise seems determined for me to see the big five first.
Obviously, you understand I wouldn't normally be interested in lions, but I'm actually quite scared to say no to Louise. They're big lions, aren't they? They're big.
It's very easy to put your claws through there.
Louise rescues and rehabilitates animals and then sets them free.
Oh, we've got pangolins to see. Come on, we've got pangolins to see. Enough with the celebrity animals. Oh my word, it's a rhino. What's it? It's like, do you think my hand's food? Louise, I want to see the pangolin. I want to see the pangolin. Take me to the pangolin, please. wild dogs. What do you think, Munchkin, eh? What do you want? Do you want to go and join them? Do you want to go back to nature?
No, definitely.
Slightly mad place, really, isn't it?
Louise has an amazing success rate. She's saved 4,500 creatures since 1993.
Slightly nervous as to what's going to be inside.
This is a very strange house. We've got funny little animals.
And in this bedroom, we've got a load of ostrich chicks. Now I'm going to get to the pangolin. This is the pangolin's bedroom.
This is the penguin's
Pangolin's
bedroom.
got its very own bedroom.
This is the pangolin's teddy bear. And he's been pooping, so we need to just clean that.
Here we go.
Sid, you stink.
I could camp out in the African bush for months and never see a pangolin.
Oh, look, he's making into a little ball.
They're very shy and secretive.
Sid, it's so fantastic to meet you. I've heard so much about you, and I have been desperate to meet you. Oh, he's so strange. His funny little ears. They've got very poor eyesight, apparently, but they've got a very keen sense of smell. And he's like a little pine cone, aren't you, Sid?
Sid and his mother were seized from poachers. The mother showed signs of stress and Louise released her. Now she is Sid's mum and has to make sure he learns to survive in the wild.
We're on our way to go and find some termite mounds because Sid needs to learn to eat termites. He's an anteater, termite eater. You reckon this is a good one?
Pangolins are super specialised for eating termites, with sticky tongues as long as their bodies, and claws that can dig through concrete.
Those termite mounds are really hard, so you can see why he needs to have these really big digging claws. We might have termites in there.
Yes.
Oh, am I doing this right?
Yes, there's the first termites coming out. There's one there. Ah, come on, yeah. I know you don't want to be eating his breakfast.
Okay, let's try the termite, Sid.
Come on, Sid, there's a termite.
The termite, Sid, is there, right in front of your nose. No, okay. It's there. There it is. Look, there. Look, termite. That way.
Possibly still too small. We don't even know which particular type of termites he likes, or ants, or whatever, but we'll find out.
Yeah.
Soon, Sid should be able to sniff out termites from hundreds of metres away, and hopefully other pangolins.
They communicate to each other by leaving scents from a gland in their bottom. And that's how it smells very bad to humans, but it probably smells fantastic to other pangolins. And so this just must be a crazy amount of new smells going on out here. See how he can curl like that into a ball? That's their defense, is that he can curl right up like that.
It's the perfect time for Sid to start hunting for termites. They're emerging from their underground hideouts because the rainy season is starting.
Look at that, big storm.
But I'm afraid the weather will send the next of the Freaky Five running for cover.
That's that pre-storm wind, here it comes. It's been so hot all day, and now this wind started up, and that always means, that, yeah, I can start to feel it now. Suddenly the temperature has just dropped. I might go inside the car, actually. And now there's a hailstorm. Even the weather's odd.
And it's going to make finding the crazy lizard I need to see next a little bit insane.
Let's go find some sun gazers. We've travelled in search of this incredibly rare lizard, and hardly anything is known about it, except for the fact it's called a sun gazer. That's a burrow. That's another burrow there. My guess is that means it likes to gaze at the sun. What? Oh, lightning! There's no sun gazers, but there's a lot of lightning. If we were looking for lightning gazers, we would have chosen the perfect day.
Sun gazers sell for crazy sums on the illegal pet market.
Rain! Rain!
And I want to see what's making them so popular and getting them into trouble.
The lizard guys are here.
I've got 3 experts to help me coax a sun gazer out of its hole.
He's shivering. It's shivering shit. I know how you feel.
Shivering, Lucky Lucy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
We can try and call them out, George.
Do you do the call of the opposite sex?
Yeah.
You've got to have a very sexy call, haven't you, to get that sun gazer out of its hole today?
It's coming out.
No way.
I'm just messing with you.
Oh, I was all excited. I did think it was weird. I was thinking to myself, they really make that noise? I'm thinking, well, I don't know, I'm in South Africa, I've never been here before. It's like anything could happen, but...
Luckily, the lizard men have some they're studying that they want to release.
In this bag, the holy grail, the famous sun gazer lizard. Wow, he's cool. Look, he's so thorny.
She.
She? Look at her.
These sharp spikes help make the sun gazer a hit in the pet trade. They're there for protection.
These spines, these are the occipital spines, and these are what they stick into the roof of their burrows, so they can't be dislodged.
I see, so their defense is to sit in the burrow with the head down, the tail sticking out, and then if a meerkat or something comes along and tries to yank one out, these spines around the head yank on, and then they can't pull them out.
The burrow's also for defence. And we want to return this girl to hers.
There it is. This one's a really nice hole. I would like to live in there.
Would you?
No, look at it. I mean, it's got a nice runway. It's well furnished. Not too long grass. Not
Two
too muddy.
bathrooms.
These guys want to learn as much as they can because no one knows how many are left in the wild.
This lizard is only found in this tiny area, isn't it?
They're found only in the South African highlands.
They're very rare. They look incredibly fierce, but they're really very passive and easy to handle. It's a recipe that some exotic pet owners can't resist.
Look at these spines and look at these spikes. They're like living dragons, really. There's nothing else that looks like this.
Apart from you this morning when you turned up with your hair, actually. You looked quite like you'd styled yourself like a sun gazer.
You know, you say owners start looking like their pets, and you start looking like your study animal.
Yeah.
Okay, well listen, madam, you're going to go off and you're going to find yourself a boyfriend and make lots of little baby lizards. Go! On your marks. Get set. Go! Go on, girl. Go on. Yeah. You like lizards quite a lot though, don't you, Shiv?
Very much.
Yeah, because I've seen in your earring. It's a bit of a giveaway.
Yeah. When you get into a project like this, you want to be the savior, kind of.
I think you'll be the savior of the lizards.
Well, I hope so.
Burrowers like the sun gazer are found all over South Africa, where protective tree cover is in short supply. There's the aardvark, an anteater with the snout of a pig, the ears of a rabbit, and the tail of a kangaroo. They can weigh as much as a human. Aardvark burrows are often taken over by the honey badger. But the honey badger doesn't give a damn. He's such a badass. But for one of South Africa's oddballs, its protective burrow is turning into its tomb.
You won't believe what I'm going to do. I'm going to go and rehouse a spider.
We need that.
You need a big knife.
We need a big knife.
This is Donald. Donald Stridon. And Donald's the patron saint of this spider.
We're going to do some aggressive research.
Aggressive research?
We're going to need the relevant equipment here.
Donald served in the South African Army and is ruthlessly efficient.
You don't want to leave anything behind.
You don't want to leave anything behind, no.
We're stuck in the bush somewhere.
The spider we're after is known as a tarantula in most of the world. Here, it's called a baboon spider.
We have water containers, yes, check.
Let's take some weather monitoring equipment. Do you need gloves?
We
We need to get camera, GPS. We don't need gloves. Okay.
Spider safari.
Yeah.
So these spiders, they only really live in this area around here.
About 150-kilometer radius from where we are now, and that's it.
The only place in the world that you find this spider.
That's the problem.
Throughout southern Africa, tiny areas are home to unique animals found there and nowhere else in the world. Like the sun gazer, the Cape vulture, and the golden brown baboon spider. Unfortunately, the spider likes a kind of soil also popular with home builders, and it refuses to move, even when the bulldozers come.
It's going to tuck down right under there, panic, and as soon as they cover it over, slow, terrible death. So we absolutely need to move it.
So this is an emergency situation.
Yeah, this is one. So that's where the spider is. Now, golden brown baboon spiders need very special attention.
They're very finicky, and we have to be finicky too.
So the technique of capturing the spider is not to make too much disturbance so that we don't spook the spider.
The first step is to lure this very sensitive spider out of its hole.
Now, Donald has thought this through and has developed a special method, haven't you? Which involves faking a rainstorm.
Here comes our rainstorm. You've got to make thunder sounds, eh? That's it, perfect. Just carry on like that. Kay's coming out. She's coming. She's coming. There we go. You're doing such a good job.
So there she is.
South Africa's fussy freak emerges.
Okay, so Donald's actually blocking its entrance with the knife so that it's now trapped in its porch, basically.
It's probably about a 15-year-old spider.
15-year-old spider? Who knew? In 15 years, she hasn't really left that burrow. Wow, okay, so this is a big moment for this spider. Try and get this with my camera.
You've got to be so gentle with them. The hair is covering the body. Every about 20th hair is a sensory hair, so they touch things and feel things with that. Here, there we go. Beautiful.
She's lovely. Wow.
She's kind of on your hand already.
Is she really already?
Yeah, you hardly feel it. You know.
I can feel it, yeah. Wow. I'm slightly worried she's going to run into my shirt sleeve.
She won't run too fast.
How long does it take for the spider to build this hole?
Took it about 5 to 7 years.
That's incredible. I totally understand why it wouldn't want to move.
The hole is the spider's life's work. It won't simply dig another once we move it.
So that's half the job.
Less than half. You need to get a mould of that hole. If you don't shake it properly, it doesn't foam nicely.
Yeah.
Now Donald is making it his life's work to figure out exactly what the spider likes.
That's it.
Ooh.
Okay, we need to get a GPS reading here. We need to get weather conditions.
Donald's quite serious.
24 degrees, 22 minutes. Yeah.
So how many spiders do you think in total there need to be relocated here?
Well, looking at the map and how many houses are going to be built here, with each house there could be at least maybe 2 or 3 spiders. So multiplied by 200, 300 houses.
It's a lot of work.
Donald could end up doing this 1,000 times. Meanwhile, our finicky baboon spider still needs a new home.
We should use this area.
This is our spider's home. This is what was underneath. And we're going to start making a hole for her in the hope that she'll continue and make the rest of the boot.
Yep, exactly. Okay, So what direction? We were 24. What do you say about that spot?
Donald has learnt to be as fussy as a spider, having to try and rehouse. How many have you tried, and I hate to say failed, but I mean it's...
Probably about close to 50 that we've worked with. 50, yeah.
50.
Of the 50 spiders, just one has accepted its new home.
Right.
We have a whole bunch here that we have in captivity. They're all waiting for homes until we find what the recipe is. And you've got to be very careful about what you're doing here, ma'am.
Really?
Lucy, yeah, you're scraping the hole wider and wider. That's no good.
God.
You see what you've done there? You've messed it.
I have... Oh my God, I've ruined it.
So I have to start a new hole. Okay, now look what I'm doing.
The spoon has been taken away from me and handed back to the master.
There's only one master, and that's the master.
Such love.
Would you like to do the honours?
I would love to do the honours.
So I'll just put it straight into your hand.
Okay. She is a really beautiful spider, actually. Okay, so I'm gonna try her face first.
Oh, let's see if she accepts it.
You got a new home.
You just realise there's something there.
There's something there.
So you can just guide her. We'll have to guide her because it's not her home. Is she going to accept
into
it?
your hole.
Hey, she's accepting it. Well done. Excellent.
That's so cool. I'm so happy.
If all goes well, she'll be here for another decade, where her reclusive life won't get her into any trouble.
Well, only another 999 to go.
I'm betting Donald will move every single one. The spider would be helpless without Donald. But the last freaks on my safari help each other. And they're paying a steep price for it. They're bold creatures, far stronger and more agile than humans, with fangs longer than a leopard's. But it's the Chukma baboon's brain power that gets him in trouble. They can work together in raiding parties of as many as 100. Not the kind of creature you want to come home to. Unless you're this guy.
Yeah, that one looks like he's really quite pleased to see me.
The penal display. Just go inside.
Go inside?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Hello, guys. Matthew and I are becoming friends, aren't we, Matthew? Yeah? You like what you see?
When baboons clash with humans, Bob rescues them.
Hey, you are a naughty baboon. Yeah, you are a naughty baboon. Yeah.
I've only just met Bob, but he seems to be half baboon himself.
I've been crapped on. Oh, God.
Once you're back home, you're going to miss the smell.
Really? Do you know what, Bob? I struggle to believe that. So where did these babies come from?
Matthew had been saved from a tribal medicinal trade.
Others were orphaned when their mothers were shot.
They've had a narrow escape, haven't they?
Today, many of Bob's baboons are supposed to go back to the wild. But it's something he's never tried to do before. I'm going to help relocate almost 20 baboons. It's an event Bob has worked towards for decades, as he's learned to forge rescued animals into one cohesive troop.
It's a massive day for Bob today. Like a sort of baboon wizard, he's collected a group of unloved baboons that have all come from different horrific situations and rehabilitated them here. And today's the day that we're going to dart them and move them to their new enclosure.
It's the final step before these exceptionally smart animals are released for good.
Oh, here they are. Wow.
Look at these eyebrows now.
Yeah, his eyebrows are wagging up and down.
Yeah, we believe that they are real psychological experts
make eye contact and they can reach your soul.
Scary prospect.
And
Baboons are very social, but creating a troop from scratch is not easy. You need the right mix. After years of trial and error, Bob's finally found it. Just recently, this group has come together to raise their newest member.
there she's now there. You can see her there with a baby.
I can see Daisy with a baby, yeah.
When she came in, she was exactly the size of a baby.
No,
Yes.
really?
Yeah, now she's going to be, I want to cry.
I was going to say, Paul.
She's going to be released now with her own baby.
Oh, that's amazing. It's going to be an intense day.
Now we have to outsmart them. Easier said than done.
Know that they're very intelligent. They will know quickly what we're up to. And you must be alert. They are potentially very dangerous animals.
Okay. I feel quite nervous, actually, because these are big animals. We don't want things to go wrong.
First, we lure the animals into a smaller enclosure to sedate them.
It's great. Look at that. Look at that. It's great.
Is he going to go in?
Looks like a shoulder.
He's gone in. One of the lead males that we really wanted to get into the cage early on, we've got him in the cage.
Then we get Daisy and the baby.
Come on, two more, just two more.
Two, okay.
There you go. Got it?
Yeah.
Try.
We've managed to get eight. We've got 8.
He's so jittery about seeing a gun, you know, because they've been shot at so many times. And
Some farmers here shoot to kill any baboon they spot on their property. We want to capture the big male first, or he could make things more difficult.
It's really tense.
Go for it.
Baboons are known to form really strong friendships. I think it's very sweet the way they're all cuddled up next to each other to go to sleep. Okay, so now they're under. It's safe for us to go in.
To get to the sedated animals, the team has to enter the larger pen, where the rest of the troop is anxiously watching.
We're going to get them out as soon as possible. But stand by, Lucy. If something happens, you must pull at the door.
Okay.
Hear that? The minute that the baby starts crying, they will...
Oh, they can tell something's going on.
Yeah, they're going crazy because of the baby. Now with the baby making the sounds, then we must take them out immediately.
I've got it, yeah, okay.
We take away their leader, and the troop really goes berserk. Once strangers, these baboons will now do anything to protect one another. And that includes taking us on. It takes half a day, but we manage to sedate the troop.
Okay, there you go, Bob.
I got it.
Yeah,
Go.
you got it.
I got it.
Yep, okay. He's left a message behind.
Okay.
Each gets a thorough medical checkup to make sure it's healthy enough to survive in the wild.
It's a lot softer than you'd expect, given that they walk on their hands all day long.
Baboons have evolved to forage on the ground because of southern Africa's lack of forest. Some think that's also why they have such huge canines, to fend off predators.
Whoa, look at that.
This is for the canine.
If you feel the back part of it here,
I will check.
I can feel that. Behind that tooth is razor sharp. Wow.
hold it loose.
Oh my word.
You got?
Yeah, I've got him. Yeah. Okay.
At last, they're ready to go.
So we're putting the baboons in these boxes so that they can be easily transported to the site where we're going to release them. What's going on, eh? You and Mum are going to wake up somewhere completely new and then you're going to be wild. You're going to grow up to be a wild baboon.
Yeah, that is. Okay, there we are. Right.
Well done. First stage. All good.
Bob has found the baboons a home on a nature reserve 80 kilometres from the nearest town.
This is the new home. Have you chosen baboon heaven?
Absolutely. This is the ultimate baboon habitat.
Yeah.
We need to make sure the baboons will stay together. So we'll first release them into a temporary, electrified enclosure.
That's just so that they get used to this area and stay as a group. And then, after a couple of weeks, they'll turn the electricity off, build some bridges so that they can then expand beyond the fence, and then eventually the fences will come down and it'll just be them in the wilderness. Here comes the big boy.
Look at them pulling in the pipe.
The baboon's got hold of the pipe. 19 baboons in these boxes that would have died or led some horrible, grim existence as pets. And they are about to have their first taste of freedom. And everybody's very excited.
No one here has ever done this before.
We've got Daisy and the baby in here, and they're going to go in first.
Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Here comes Daisy, guys.
Here comes Daisy. Woo! There she goes. They're kind of looking around like, what the hell happened there?
3, 2, 1. Look at that.
Emotion is running very high.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yes, look at that.
These ones are lively.
It's not just the humans who are emotional.
The baboons in there can see that there are other baboons that are free on the other side, so it's all getting a lot more exciting now.
Wait, there's a baboon coming.
Ooh, very quick, very quick, 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 quick.
We released the entire troop without a hitch.
2 more happy customers.
Well, almost the entire troop.
He's not going quietly. We've got to get Matthew out. Whoa! Whoa!
Are you ready, guys? This is the alpha. Look at that.
He's the last one.
The last one to go out. Yeah. Look at that side, Lucy. Look at them. They are all happy.
They're really happy, aren't
all
they?
the talking going on there. It's like the first step into the big world.
Yeah.
A new world for them, a new experience and freedom.
Everybody thinks their society is based on aggression, but it just isn't, is it?
It's not. It's about care.
This is a group of animals that come from as far as 1,000 kilometres away from each other, and yet they form this incredibly tight family group now, and they'll do anything to protect each other. Oh, it's hard. You can't not be moved by this, can you? You know, it's like, it's an amazing, amazing moment.
To survive in the bush, these baboons will need every bit of their extraordinary ingenuity. But here, they'll be far away from the human influence that turns their strange asset into a liability. Like the rest of South Africa's Freaky Five, their oddness works in this wilderness. And it's here we can see they're all as wonderful as they are weird.